Have you ever heard the title Solution Architect and wondered what do they actually do? Are they coding all day? Are they buried in flowcharts and meetings? Are they quietly shaping the backbone of every digital experience we use? Let me break it down simply, honestly, and from real world experience. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand what a solution architect does, you'll know whether this could be the right career for you. Let's get into it. So, first off, what does a solution architect even mean? It's not a buzzword. Think of them as a bridge between the business needs and the technology execution. They are not the ones writing every line of code, but they make the decision that shape how the entire system is built. It's a role that sits right between strategy and implementation. If a business says, we want to launch a new app for our customers, it's a solution architect who says, okay, here's how we'll make that work securely, cost effectively, and at scale. And this isn't limited to just one industry. Banks, healthcare, retail, and even government projects, they all need strong architectural thinking. Let me give you a quick example from my world. In one of the banking projects I led, the business wanted to introduce a new real-time payment option. Sounds simple, right? But behind the scenes, this meant integrating 6 systems, connecting 2 data centers, and ensuring high availability, meeting regulatory compliance, and obviously not breaking what was already working. You can't Google your way through that. You need to understand both the tech and the business deeply and then bring them together. That brings me to the next point. Why do companies even need solution architects? Because the world of tech has exploded. There are hundreds of tools, hundreds of frameworks, and a lot of APIs and platforms. If you make the wrong choice, you don't just waste money. You build something brittle, or worse, something that fails under pressure. I've seen it happen. One of my US clients once picked an integration platform without thinking about future volume or failover. And guess what? A year later, during a campaign launch, the whole thing crashed. They came back and asked us, can you just re-architect this in a way that just works? That's what a solution architect is supposed to prevent from the beginning. You might wonder, are all solution architects the same? Definitely not. There are generalists who oversee a bit of everything. There are specialists who go deep into data, applications, cloud, security, AI, and there are also client-facing roles where you advise almost like a consultant, and some work internally, ensuring internal systems and team align with the company long-term vision. You don't need to pick one right away. In fact, many of us wear multiple hats depending on the project. In 1 week, I have gone from reviewing a cloud migration plan to mentoring developers on best practices to presenting a high-level design to C-suites. It's varied, and that's what keeps it exciting. Now, what does a typical day look like? Well, it's not 100% glamour. Some mornings start with reviewing bugs or incident from the night before. You dive into the logs, coordinate with the team, and make sure nothing's broken in production. And later, you are in strategy meetings discussing how to modernize a legacy system that's been around for more than a decade. And then by late afternoon, you're on calls with vendors or business users trying to simplify a complex workflow. And some days you're into fixing a broken API flow. Other days you're drawing out a new architecture that could change how customers experience the product. That balance between reactive and proactive is what defines the role. Now, is this a right career path for you? The standard answer, it depends. Let me break it down. Do you enjoy solving problems with people and tech? Or are you okay not always having the right answer but still being expected to lead the decision? This role requires a bit of humility and a lot of curiosity. You have to understand how databases work, how systems talk to each other, how users think, and how to communicate all of this clearly. You'll often explain your solution to a CTO or COO 1 hour and a junior developer the next. If you can adjust your language to both and keep them equally engaged, you got the mindset of a solution architect. Now, let's talk numbers, because yes, it pays you very well. In India, solution architects earn anywhere from 20 to 50 lakhs annually, depending on experience, certification, domain expertise. And in the Middle East, the salary easily crosses up to 40,000 dirhams per month. And globally, in places like US, UK, or Australia, it can grow north of $150K per year, especially with cloud certifications under your belt. But here's the truth: the money's good, but it comes with a lot of responsibility. And with great powers comes great responsibility. You'll often be the final checkpoint before something goes live, and you need to be calm under pressure and ready to make trade-offs. Sometimes you'll have to say no, and other times you'll need to fight for the right architecture, because cutting corners will only come back to hurt you later. Alright, so how do you become a solution architect? Here's the playbook I recommend. Start with understanding the foundations: networking, databases, systems, API, and design, applications, whichever in your domain. And then go hands-on cloud, AWS or Azure or OCI. Build small projects, not just courses. Next, practice explaining your solutions to someone non-technical. Seriously, this skill alone will set you apart. And certifications, they help a lot, but they are not everything. Focus on building credibility through your work. Document your journey. Share it with people, and that's how people will start trusting you, not just as a techie but as a thinker. And thanks for sticking around till the end. I hope you found value in this. Do hit that like button and subscribe. This channel is for those who want real honest insights into careers in tech without fluff. Whether you're a fresher, mid-career developer, or just curious about where tech can take you, I'll be sharing tools, frameworks, and real-world experiences in the upcoming videos. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. I read every single one of them. So until then, see you. Bye-bye.